What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be talking about Orangetheory fitness versus the gym. Now before I start, I do want to say I have done both. I've gone Orangetheory fitness religiously. At one point it was like 5 to 7 days a week, and I've done the whole gym routine. I've belonged to other group fitness exercise places, and I've tried out different things on ClassPass. Not saying that I know it all, but I have done both. I'm not just talking out of thin air. I am going to go off of my own experience a little bit as well. As a lot of you might already know, Orangetheory is a group exercise class that focuses on high intensity training. They have different workout days and they structure them around focusing on endurance, strength, or power. So some days it'll be just one of those, some days it'll be a combination. It really depends, but those are the three core things that they work on and train for. And I would also say that it is a lot of cardio. It's all coach led, so you show up, you just do what you're told, and you don't really have to think much about it. Now, when I say the gym, I'm referring to, a traditional gym that has free weights, cardio machines, other machines, maybe like a functional fitness space, those types of setups. So there's no coach, there's no structure unless you set that up for yourself. You decide how long you work out for and what you're doing. You're in charge of everything. You can do strength training, cardio, mobility, or a little bit of everything. Like, it's super flexible. You can just do whatever you want. So obviously that sounds great because you could really tailor your workouts to your goals, you know what I mean? But there is like a double-edged sword here with that freedom. Without a plan, it's really easy to just waste time or even plateau. So which one actually gets you results? Orangetheory Fitness or the gym? I'm sure you guys saw this one coming, but it really depends on your goals. You can see results from both of them, obviously, but I'm gonna dig a little deeper here. If you want fat loss, better cardio, and overall fitness, Orangetheory Fitness will definitely deliver, guaranteed. It's consistent, motivating, and it really makes it easy to show up. If you want to build muscle, get stronger, and sculpt your body, the gym is probably gonna be the better route for you because Orangetheory Fitness isn't really set up for strength progression or hypertrophy, and Orangetheory doesn't really use progressive overload, which is really essential for real muscle growth. The gym gives you that room to grow and challenge yourself in a very customized way. So now let's talk money. Orangetheory can be pretty pricey. I think an unlimited membership is around like $160 or more a month, and just for like 8 classes a month, it's $100 or more. I think the cheapest membership you could get is like $60 or $70 a month for 4 classes a month. Whereas if you want to go to a gym, you could probably pay anywhere from like $10 to $60 a month. And a lot of times those gyms also offer additional perks like childcare or a sauna. Some have a basketball court, some have a pool, some have tanning beds, some have like showers. So when it comes to comparing costs, I'm definitely gonna say regular gym is the way to go if you don't want to spend that much. But there are a lot of perks to going to Orangetheory Fitness, and that's why it costs more than a regular gym. You have to schedule your classes sometimes like weeks in advance, depending on if it's like a time that a lot of people are trying to take class at. Of course, if you cancel too late or you don't show up, you'll get charged or even lose a class depending on what your membership is. And obviously the gym is just way more chill. You can just show up whenever you want and there's none of that stress. But I will say there's a lot of perks that come from that Orangetheory Fitness accountability. People pay that money for the accountability. I know there's plenty of times where it was like 5 in the morning and I did not want to go take class, but I also didn't want to get charged or lose a session. So I went. When you just have to show up at the gym, it's just you, it's a lot harder to really stick to that. Another thing is Orangetheory is very social. The coaches know your name, the playlists are fire, the energy is very contagious in there. You start to build a community and see familiar faces over time. And I'll say at the gym, it's a lot more solo and very self-focused. You might meet some people over time here and there, but it's not so much about community and a lot more about self-direction when you're at the gym. So if you're somebody who really enjoys being around other people and you're looking for that community, that motivation, and that, thing that's really gonna make you wanna go and have fun at your workout, definitely join Orangetheory. If you're just looking to go to the gym and get the results and you don't care about any of that stuff and you don't need it, just go to the gym. If you are new to working out, Orangetheory is a great baseline starting point. You will have coaches giving you advice, teaching you, showing you how to do the correct form. It is really, really great for anyone who's looking to get into fitness and they want to learn more. You'll get a sense of accomplishment. It's so motivating, and I think it's the perfect place for anyone who is trying to start their fitness career, truly. And I don't mean career, I mean journey, you know. But don't get me wrong, the gym can still work for beginners as well. It really helps if you have like some sort of guide or app or like a YouTube video that you can follow though, unless you like put together some sort of plan. Like you should definitely always have a plan, something written out. Like I have something written in my notes that I always take with me when I work out. And it's just good to have that, you know, we can only store so much in our brain. The biggest difference is Orangetheory removes the decision making. You just show up and you have an insanely great workout. So for me, Orangetheory was perfect when I needed structure and motivation. I was working 5 days a week in an office, and when I would drive to and from work, I would pass about 6 different Orangetheories. So it was so convenient for me. But over time, essentially, I just really wanted more control over my workouts. I also didn't want to feel locked into a schedule, like certain class times. I didn't feel like revolving my life around those class times. So right now I make my own schedule. I lift on my own. I do cardio. I get sweaty. I do mobility. I do Pilates times strength. I do yoga. I do all the things, and I really like that I do have my structured schedule, but I have my days where I sprinkle in the different like ab workouts and mobility workouts and at-home things that I can do that are fun. I also recently talked about, at the end of my last vlog, an honest chat about why I'm scared to go back to Orangetheory. So I will link that down below if that interests you. It's at the end of that vlog because I go into more of that there. I don't want to divert from the topic here, which is Orangetheory fitness versus the gym. So let's keep going. Another thing I want to say is Orangetheory's big selling point is heart rate based interval training. That's great and all. If you're somebody who really wants to get conditioned and have good cardio, you're running like 2 miles plus a class. It was so fun. It was motivating. I really gained a lot of mental strength in a sense of my ability to run longer distances. Orangetheory, you run for like 30 minutes at a time. And don't get me wrong, there are breaks in Orangetheory, like you change your speed, you know, you get walking breaks, things like that. It still just made me a lot stronger as a runner, honestly. But you're constantly trying to hit or maintain being close to that orange zone. And at the gym, you know, you are just doing what you're doing. You're strength training. You're not really focused on a heart rate zone situation, and it's definitely like a lot less stressful. I felt like my face was a lot more puffier when I was doing Orangetheory 7 days a week, and apparently like you can look online and see like that can happen when you're doing a lot of high intensity workouts and stuff. I don't know. So heart rate training is great for cardio conditioning, but it's not the only way to get results. Lifting weights and doing steady state cardio can still be very effective and honestly sometimes a lot less stressful. And let's be real, Orangetheory is intense. You're doing a lot of running, jumping, rowing, pushing, and doing that 4 to 6 days a week can really add up. I've seen people get injured at Orangetheory, and I've also experienced it myself. I felt like shin splints were so painful at that time in my life. I was just doing so much running. You know, my calves would be so tight, but I really wasn't giving any time to recover. At one time, I took 2 Orangetheory classes in one day. I genuinely was taking it 7 days a week. I was addicted to Orangetheory fitness. Like I said, I'm not anti-Orangetheory. It's just I overdid it. I like got obsessed. I was like, guys, I was like, going to Orangetheory fitness was like my true life's obsession for like 5 years straight. It was like the highlight of my day. I almost got a splat point tattoo. I don't have tattoos. I hate needles. I don't want a tattoo. Nothing against tattoos. But I almost got a splat point of a tattoo. I was drinking the Kool-Aid, as they say. But anyways, at the gym, you are in a lot more control. You can isolate certain muscle groups. You can take active rest days. You can, like I said, focus on one group of muscles one day and then the other the next. And that helps you just not overtrain and push yourself too much, and you have time to recover. And recovery is important because that is when the magic happens. I would say that if you want to lean out and get like thinner, Orangetheory would be for you. But if you really want to change your overall body composition and shape, I would definitely say go to the gym because you're going to need to build muscle to give yourself that shape. Let's talk about mentality. So I'll say mentally, Orangetheory is great for people who need structure. You don't really want to think about things. You want to feel motivated, excited. You want to meet people and have a community. The gym, you know, would be best for you if you just want to be on your own. I think that's kind of a no-brainer. Both can be amazing for your mental health. It really just depends on what lights you up, what's going to motivate you, what's going to make you feel consistent, and then of course, what's going to give you results. So this may be an opinionated kind of answer, but which one is more sustainable long-term? I would say the gym. Orangetheory can get expensive over time. You might get annoyed with having to book your classes, make it a little repetitive. I love that one quote where it's like, if you like feed someone today, they eat today. But if you teach him how to fish, he'll eat forever. I feel like one of the best things you can do for yourself is to teach yourself how to do the gym stuff yourself, because over time you would save a lot of money. But I also know that people need a starting point. So I just feel like with the gym, there's always something new to try. You can shift your goals and it can stick with you with all the seasons of your life. So Orangetheory Fitness versus the gym. Which one actually works? They both do. It really just depends on you, your personality, your lifestyle, your budget. You'll see results from both of them. Anyways, that's my hot take on Orangetheory versus the gym. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I'll see you in the next one.